You're teed up for GolfNewsRI TV with your host, Joe Calabro, and his guests. We're talking everything golf around the region and on the tours. Now, here's your host, Joe Calabro.
Hey everybody, welcome to GolfNewsRI TV. I'm Joe Calabro, co-founder and CEO of GolfNewsRI. Thank you all for tuning in, as always. And of course, thank you to all the sponsors who continue to make this show possible. As the summer rolls on here, we're already in the middle of July. Unbelievable how fast time goes. And it's crazy that the state am's already over, the Northeast am's already over. And by the time this airs, the women's am's going to be over. And now it's just August. So it's crazy how fast things go. And we're happy to be joined today by URI head coach Gregg Burke. He's also the man in charge of running the Devon Quigley Memorial Golf Tournament, which is August 18th at Crestwood. Devon's birthday, of course, and where Dana was head pro and where Devon grew up. So Greg, thank you for joining me. As always, you came on last year. You were nice enough to come on last year. Nice enough to come on again today. So thank you. Thanks for coming on.
Well, I'm always glad to be here, Joe. And your product is terrific. It's gotten better, and people depend on it.
Yeah, and I've been saying, we've been promoting the tournament, of course. I've been always saying in every show just about that it's a huge honor and to be part of it as the media partner for it. The fact that you asked us to do it, when you certainly could have gone to other bigger, if you will, places, but it's been a huge honor for me to do it. And I was excited to do it, and I've also learned a lot myself about Devon. I'm not going to pretend to have known him well. I knew him just what everybody else knew, right? So it's been exciting for me to learn about Devon in this whole process. But just for you, talk a little bit about the tournament, how it's going, and kind of what people should know about. And then we'll get into the details later. But just talk a little bit about the tournament and how it's been going so far.
Well, it's Charlotte, his mom, wanted to do something to honor Devon, and the idea was kicked around a little bit within the family and got to Dana, and they ultimately asked me if I'd do this for them. And it's not just me. Nicole Quigley, his sister, has been at Men's Health. Anna Grazabian's been a superstar for us to try to get the word out. You've done a wonderful job. It's paid off very well. We're probably sold out right now. There's a couple people that wanted to get in. We're going to try to find a way, but we don't want to make it so packed that it's going to be a slow day for the people nice enough to play. We can always use more donors and T-sign sponsors, but it's a great way to keep Devon's name alive. One of the big things we're going to do there, Joe, that means a lot to me personally, is we're going to present the first Devon Quigley Courage Award. And it's going to someone who displayed the characteristics, the pride, the class, and the determination that Deb did after the accident to just never give up and live every day to the fullest, which he did for a long, long time. So that'll be fun. And we're just looking for a good day and a way for Dev's name to be carried throughout history, really, with the proceeds going to the places where he played golf, East Providence High School and University of Rhode Island. Yeah,
now you don't have to reveal the name, but do you know who the Courage Award's going to? You already have that picked out?
It's strange you say that. When I came up with the Courage Award, it came to me literally the same day. I heard the Devon passed, I heard later in the day. And I always knew I wanted to do something for him. Some ways regret that we didn't do it earlier, but I came up with the award before a candidate. And then literally the same day, the candidate came to me because it was right in front of me. And it'll be special. The first one's going to a former player at URI. So that makes it very, very special. And we'll reveal it on the 18th.
Awesome. That'll be one of the many reasons to head over to Crestwood on August 18th for the Devon Quigley Memorial Golf Tournament. Again, GolfNewsRI is excited and honored to be a small part of it, trying to bring attention to Devon Quigley, bring attention to the tournament through creating content, whether we write it or Anna Grazabian writes it like she did for their piece that aired last week, I guess now. That was really a touching piece. It did, not to go too inside baseball, but it did hundreds and hundreds of page views on our website. Like everybody was reading it, sharing it. And that was really good. And then obviously we did the piece with East Providence High School. And that was really a learning experience for me because one, I had to dig to find information about high school golf from back then because there's not a ton, as you probably know. But that was really cool too. So our goal has just been to try to bring attention through some content. We have more coming, of course. We'll do more. And so it's been really exciting for me to learn about him in that way.
Well, you're the obvious choice, Joe. You have become the golf content creator in Rhode Island, and so it's very kind of you said we could go to bigger entities, and I'm sure there's other entities would have helped out, but we went to the place we wanted to go. In my mind, we went right to the top first.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. So people to donate signs and donate tee signs, donate raffle prize or whatever, they just email you, Gregg G. Burke at URI.edu. Is that still the plan?
Burke at URI.edu. And like I said, any donations are very, very welcome. Auction items, silent auction items, which we're knocked it out of the park. We have places like Juan and Moiset, Baltusrol, which has hosted multiple U.S. Opens, Westchester Country Club. Virtually all the clubs in Rhode Island and the RIGA really have stepped up to donate foursomes for the silent auction. So, which we will be advancing before the tournament, so people that are not able to get to the tournament can still bid on some of these spectacular prizes.
Now, you always talk about how Devon would tease you and make fun of you. What do you think he would think of you putting on a tournament for him?
The first thing he would do when he found out it was me is he would say something, we should have a GoFundMe page to get someone who really knows what they're doing. And Devon he'd have a field day with this. He would be relentless with me. But I think his overpowering sentiment would be, why? Because he just did everything in his power to maximize every minute he had left. And I've known Devon for a long time. I got to be very close with him. He wouldn't enjoy this attention, and he wouldn't think he deserved the attention. And knowing Devon like I do, he would express it himself in a way to say, there's people who have a lot worse going on in their lives than I do, so let's feature them. He was humble, resolute, and tremendous courage through his whole ordeal. And he would be honored, embarrassed, but he would have a field day with me, Joe.
You'd never hear the end of it.
No, he had a way. In 40 years in college athletics, if someone said, who is the student athlete that really came at you the hardest, in a fun way, obviously, yeah, it'd be Devon Quigley every single day.
Now, before you go to break, this proceeds from this tournament are going to, obviously, the URI golf team, but also the East Providence golf team, and almost maybe more importantly, the East Providence golf team, just for high school golf kids. What do you think that's going to mean to, or what does that mean to you and to East Providence? What do you think it means to those guys?
Well, I've become friends with Phil McInerney through this, and Devon, when he was at URI, was always a townie. He was a townie. Yeah. When we created the nonprofit, one of the first things we put in was that the first $3,000 was going to go to East Providence High School. So if we make more than that, then URI will certainly benefit. But I know Bill's going to try to purchase brand new golf bags for the whole team next year, and we're thrilled that that kind of money is going to a high school operation.
That's awesome. So Devon Quigley Memorial Tournament, August 18th at Crestwood Country Club. GolfNewsRI will be there. We'll be taping GolfNewsRI TV there. At least that is the plan. And we'll obviously have continued coverage of it leading up to it with content, video, other stuff, more interviews, and whatever else comes our way, what else we can get our hands on. But right now, we're going to take a quick break. We can come back. We're going to get into some URI golf and much more with URI head coach Gregg Burke. This is GolfNewsRI TV. Stay tuned. Welcome back to GolfNewsRI TV. I'm Joe Calabro. Thanks again for tuning in. And thanks again to URI head coach Gregg Burke for taking some time to talk about Devon Quigley, and we'll get into some URI golf, but we're here at Ledgemont. Thanks to them for having us up on the deck. Drinks are coming later. I'm just kidding. But Greg, you want to talk about Ledgemont? The places I've been saying on Facebook, people are back to calling it Ledgemint.
Well, I'm thrilled to be a member here. Let's start there. And that's why I wanted to have this done here today. Joe Giro has done a tremendous job with the membership, the clubhouse, but what he's done and the superintendent done over the last 3 years at Ledgemont is shocking. It's got to be the most improved course in the last 3 or 4 years in all of New England. It's always been a great layout, and I'm honored to be a member, and I'm thrilled that you were willing to come here to show off Ledgemont today.
One of the many clubs across the state that do a great job with junior golf and hosting junior events, because of course, as you know, it's not easy to find courses these days for these, especially for the kids, or just for anybody really. And so I always appreciated that they hosted at least one of the days of the Challenge Cup, if not both. And I know they host other events. They've done stroke play in years past and other things. So it's always cool to.
Joe's very committed to the RIGA events, and he's very, very committed to junior events. There's 2, 3, 4 different junior events here during the year, and the kids love the golf course.
Now, if only Steve Feinstein was here, I'll show you better.
Foon has been a member here since 1912, I think. Now, the golf course is 76 years old this year. It's actually dedicated on 4th of July in 1949. But Foon has been a member here for 40 plus, and he's a legend around here.
He's a legend around Rhode Island, not just here. So shout out to him. I know I'm sure he's busy to some junior events somewhere.
For sure.
So let's get into URI golf. I'm wearing my URI golf shirt. For those that know me, it's the only URI thing I wear. But you guys had an amazing season, a bunch of wins. You went to the National Golf Invitational. Just talk about the year. Obviously, big showings from some of the freshmen that really stepped up, and obviously, your veterans, if you will, obviously played their role. But a great year for URI golf.
Yeah, we were fortunate, Joe. We won 5 times out of 10 tournaments, or 11, including the National Golf Invitational. So that was good. There were a few that we probably should have won. When you're the best shooter in the gym, you should win those. But we played very, very well. The freshmen were great. Luke Stennett, 4-time state champion in Connecticut. Tyler Bruneau from Florida played great. But the other guys really played well. Aiden O'Donovan got better and better through the year, went through. Josiah Tong, through the years, probably moved up into our number 2 spot going forward. So we played really well. And to be invited to the postseason was a thrill. We haven't been to the postseason at URI in over a decade. So to go to that, and then we went out to Arizona, which was quite a treat. We had a lot of great donors step up to pay for the trip for us. And there were 10 teams there. We were rated 9th out of 10 on the NCAA computer. And the team that was rated below us had just kind of kicked our butt in the A10s 2 weeks earlier. We ended up coming in 4th and kind of shocked the world out there. So it portends for a great future in the near future. We lost one player off the team, Sean McGarrion, who, as you know, played in the Northeast Senator. Yep. And we have no one coming in. I'm sure we're going to talk about the settlement. And we have no one coming in, so we'll still be better because we have Bennett Masterson, who's had the year out. I expect big things from him. So we're looking forward to another good year. It's going to be a very, very tough schedule year, but we're looking forward to it.
Let's talk about the schedule. Obviously, you guys had so much success this past year. You're just kind of stepping it up a bit this year to kind of challenge the team more. Is that kind of the idea, or is it just more kind of things fell a certain way?
My theory has always been, as the team gets better, the schedule will get better. But because we hadn't won a lot at different times, we've won, in my 15 years, we've won at least one tournament every year, except for one time. We've won 28 times in my 14 previous seasons, so that's a big number. But it's not until last year and this year, when the talent has really taken a significant step, that people want us in the tournament. When you try to get in a bigger tournament, they don't want a team that is going to finish the bottom 4 or 5 on paper. So we'll play great golf courses. In the fall, we're going to go to Great River in Connecticut, and then we go to Weathersfield in Connecticut, a storied course. We're going to play at the Moraine Country Club in Kettering, Ohio, which is one of the best in the Midwest. We're fortunate to be there. We're going to play at Nassau, Great Horse, and then Waikagill. That fall schedule, those golf courses are off the rails spectacular. And then in the spring, that's when we can amp it up a little bit more. We're going to go to Puerto Rico for 5 days, which is great. We play in a tournament in Florida, hosted by Stetson. They'll have 5 or 6 top 100s. Going to Myrtle Beach, the guys love to go down there and play. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to play at Galloway, which is the host of a number of USGA events and the Big Ten championship last year. Go to Penn State, as we always do when you finish up at Grand Cypress in Florida. So these boys are going to get some frequent flyer miles next year. But it's as good a schedule we've ever had. We're looking forward to the challenge.
What other challenges? Obviously playing all these different teams and getting a good grip on where your team is. Because obviously it's all about the A10s, right? That's kind of like in basketball. It's all about the conference tournaments, kind of in some way. So what are some of the challenges that you guys will have faced or will face throughout the season that you think? Obviously it's still early, but
the A10 is not the A10 of 15 years ago. We have 5 Southern schools in the A10 for golf. Davidson, VCU, Richmond, George Mason, GW. So that's really tough for us. But my theory is we work hard all year long and try to, if we get in the last group, that's our goal every year, get in the last group and then let the chips fall where they may. But again, we're going to be playing 15, 20 top 100 schools. I think there's 7 different Big Ten schools on our schedule at some point next year. We've really moved to the point where on the Eastern Seaboard, from say DC North, it's Penn State, Rutgers, us, BC. We've kind of passed UConn. UConn was always someone that was ahead of us. We won their tournament again, their home tournament, down 12. At one point we beat them by 10, along with all the other teams. So we think we've taken good steps, and let's go see how far we can run.
Also, it was so much fun to follow the team this year. I got to come to the tournament with us here at Ledgemont, I think at the end of the fall season, if I'm not mistaken, so that was cool as well. And very rare to get to go to a college tournament, so it was exciting for me to be there, even if it was just for one day. But we're ready to come back with more with Gregg Burke on college golf, URI, and we'll wrap up the show. This is GolfNewsRI TV. Stay tuned. Welcome back to GolfNewsRI TV. We're here at Ledgemont Country Club with URI head coach Gregg Burke, and I'm Joe Calabro. Again, the first time we promoted the Devon Quigley Memorial Tournament is August 18th at Crestwood Country Club. Spots are pretty much sold out, but people can still donate raffle prizes or tee signs, whatever it might be. They can email you at gburke@uri.edu. Again, you can find all the information on our website. I'm sure you can find it on the URI website somewhere as well. August 18th at Crestwood is going to be a great day, and we're looking forward to being there. Greg, we talked about URI and your success this year. The last month, I guess, or so, there's a big settlement that came down in the courts. I'm not a lawyer, no, I'm going to pretend to be one. So in layman's terms, what does that settlement mean for URI golf, for maybe college golf in general? Kind of what does it all mean? Why should people that are URI golf fans or college golf fans care?
Well, for URI specifically, we've opted into the settlement of the athletic department. So we immediately become under the restriction of just 9 roster spots, which for some schools is a hardship. I like 8. My preference would be 2 in each class, but that doesn't always work out that way. But there's no scholarship limit. So the positive for us would be that players who would be projected to be on the number 10, 11, 12 spot at Clemson or North Carolina or Stanford or Florida State in the next decade now need a home. And we'd be a terrific option. And people at our level, the downside of the settlement for the bigger schools versus the smaller schools is the rich get richer, Joe. That's why it was done. And so now a program like Oklahoma State or a school that has unlimited funds for golf can have 9 scholarship players. And so those kids that want to get reps and might have come to a URI or a school at our level, hoping to get the 9th spot, maybe only play, they don't want to play just 2 years Oklahoma State. They want to get reps, like a Chris Francoeur, who came to us, who had a lot of options. Brandon Gillis, who had a lot of options. They can go get a full scholarship now at Oklahoma State. So, and when they were probably, a lot of them were walk-ons to start. And those bigger schools have NLI money as well for the college golfers. So we're looking forward to it. I've never lost a player in the portal. We've never really taken a player purely in the portal, which is all part of this. So it remains to be seen, but I'm a glass half full guy, and we'll take advantage of it where we can.
Speaking of college golf on a national scale, if you will, big addition to the local college golf scene with Providence College re-adding a men's team and then adding a women's team. I don't know if we talked about this last time you were on with us. I don't remember the timeline of it all playing out. But even if we did, your thoughts, that's going to be a great news for college golf in Rhode Island. I'm certainly excited. I think everyone should be excited about it.
They should be. It's more opportunities for young people to play golf. I'm thrilled they did a women's team. Lou Parenti, the head coach, a good friend and someone we tried to help with a few things as they started the program. He's going to do a great job. It's a nationally named school at this point because of basketball, so that's going to help him get recruiting. I'm ever hopeful that Brown will come back to Division I. Certainly they've put things in place to go down that path, but for Providence College coming back has extra special meaning for me because, for better or worse, I was in the room when we dropped it. I was the associate athletic director at Providence College when we were told by the president at the time that we had to drop a number of sports, and although personally I didn't want to see golf go, it fell. So to have it come back is a personal satisfaction for me.
Then lastly, you touched on Chris Francoeur. You guys have a couple guys playing pretty well in the pros. Chris is playing pretty well at the PGA Tour Americas. We follow him. Dawson Jones is winning everything on the minor league golf tour. It's, he's grinding it out. And Bryson has gotten a few PGA Tour Americas starts, and he's working his way into contention, or trying to, in these big tournaments. So a pretty good showing for the URI guys. Among others.
It's shows where the program has come, Joe. And the other guy is Jordy Bricich from the West Coast, who's also tried Canadian Tour events and PGA America events, and he's growing, and he's done his reps in smaller events. He's moving along. To have 4 guys, and they were all on the same team at one point at Little URI. So you sit there and say, wow, URI, Northern School, New England School, not a big budget, and 4 guys are now playing professional golf.
awesome. Well, listen, thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it. Always appreciate your support, and looking forward to, again, August 18th when we team up for Devon Quigley Memorial Tournament at Crestwood. Again, gburke at URI.edu for those that want to donate T signs or other things. So thank you so much again for everything. And this is GolfNewsRI TV. I'm Joe Calabro. We'll talk to you next week.
You've been watching GolfNewsRI TV with host Joe Calabro.